According to Darusha said when Baba came into the house, even before taking that body to the police station, and when Davido PA gave them 2 million naira, Baba said they should pay it. That àti rí owó tá máa fi yan ìlà tá máa fi sín. Baba has already directed them to go and buy coffee. Don't forget, before they went to the police. So how come you went to the police station and still expecting the police to arrest you, even though you have planned to buy coffee and do the arrangement of burial, even before taking it to the police? You see the statement of Boyaki, the statement of
Can
we
I
are, I'm expecting the police, I'm coming, you talk, I'm expecting the police to arrest us. Baba got that narrative from the TikToker. You know, we have been analyzing this thing before Baba went to the Koteda. Why the police not supposed to detain them? But before they took the body to the police, they had already go and buy coffin. They have already planned out to go and bury it in Ikorodu. Just
you
because
see?
they don't want anybody to stop them from taking it to Ikorodu, from anybody to challenge them, they want to get the police report. Which
You
means Baba
see?
had already have the motive of burying this baby even before going to the police. He did not went to the police to
So
go and report.
okay, the story from everybody. Don't quote Darusha. Don't quote Baba Mohbad. The story from all of them. They lie to us. So you are not going to choose Baba's story over Darusha's story. You are not going to choose Darusha's story over Baba Mohbad's story. They all lied. Not only Baba that lied, all of them lied. Something is not adding up. If the police say don't move the body, our question, Baba, why did you go against the police law to still move the body? That's the question you should ask. They all lied. They are all liars. So for me, if the police say don't move the body, I don't think Baba Mohbad should move the body. Or if Baba Mohbad is afraid that the people that killed Mohbad is going to come to the police station and steal Mohbad's body, that will make sense. But if the police say don't move the body, it's not supposed to move the body.
According to Cele, we are not going to blame the police. For me, I will not blame the police. Because for the fact that they have already embalmed this guy, even before they went to the police, it was, don't forget that it was the ambulance driver that told them, if we are going with this body, we are all a criminal. And that is what gives the Baba give the Baba away. Since we don't want to be a criminal, let's go and get a police report. It is not that Baba intentionally wants to take that body to the police. Let's be sincere. It is because of what the ambulance driver said that made them went to the police. If not, they would have not go to the police at all. Do you think they will collect? Did Baba believe they will take?
It's not like Baba wanted to report that he saw a body, a cloth with blood, or he wanted to report the incident or anything. It was because of that driver. And if I was the driver, I would lure them to get to the police station. Me, I will lure them. I will drive them to the police station. How much you want give me to break the law? You're carrying a dead body in my ambulance and you don't have a report. I will put you. I will drive you to the police station with the body.
Okay, let's now analyze it. Who ordered them to call the ambulance? Is it not Baba? For them
Yes.
to take it to Ikorodu? Even though we don't want to believe Darusha's statement, who make the effort? Who is the one that said, okay, let's take him to the morgue? Who is that person? Is it not Baba? And they wanted to take him to the morgue without death certificate, without okay, call the ambulance. Let's take him to the morgue. When the ambulance came, the ambulance said, we need a police report. We need to report this case, this stuff, to get the certificate to go and keep him in the morgue. And when they went to the morgue, even before they left that house, they had already got the money to go and buy the coffee, buy the other stuff. Me, I'm not, I will blame everybody, all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them.
Good morning, Ernest. Let's hear from you.
Good morning, Cele. Long time. How are you? Well, the whole story, in the beginning, I don't know if you remember, Cele, I was one of the first people that was covering this on TikTok. There's a lot of things that's happened, and we were actually at a point with African TV fighting on Baba's behalf. There's some stories I'm hearing now, like, because we didn't hear that in the beginning, that the police did ask Baba to leave the cops, at the police station. And my question really is, why will Baba do that? Why will he take the cops? Okay, I can understand this is son. I can understand that he might have had a lot of things going through his head, because God will not let us all go through what he's going through. In Jesus' name, you understand? I can understand that it might have been shock, it might have been so many things going through his head. But if you go into a place and you see so many people, and then you take that cops to the police station, and they ask you, the police asks you, I'm so shocked, Cele, because this is the first time I'm actually hearing this narrative.
Also,
Sorry?
I say me also. I'm surprised.
Yeah, and I was months. I hope Cele do remember me, because you've been to my show as well that time, Cele, when we were all fighting for Baba that time. So I'm really, really shocked, and I really want to know. I want to hear from Baba, why did you move the cops if the police have told you not to?
Me, I think not done yet because that day I blamed Baba.
Yes, thank you, Cele, for the audience.
I even blamed Baba that day, but people were like, they shut me off that day. Don't do that at the care. No, it's what it is. It is that day I blamed Baba.
Yes.
Because that day I pointed a lot of mistake out on the pepper show that day, but the people were like, you used to pick. But this voice note was February. It is not immediately. This pepper show was February, stroke January. It is not in the beginning. And I never said anything like the police station in the beginning. The case keep upgrading.
Exactly. There's something that we all don't know.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
I remember you. I know you very, very well.
Thank you. Thank you, Cele.
Even myself, this time yesterday, this narrative, this information, I don't know it. That is the truth. My interest was just to play through things that have happened in the past to see where we got it wrong.
Yeah,
but now we have to, like, we are listening,
here.
and we'll continue. So, but we can't be pointing Mama Mohbad's mistake, Wumi's mistake, and not point Baba's mistake. Exactly. It's wrong. It's a big sin to God. I prefer to sin against Baba and Mohbad than to sin to God of justice. So I prefer to say the truth. And we said it. We have established it again that Mama Mohbad lied to us. Mama Mohbad lied. Blessing already called her. That is why she asked for me that, did you sleep next to him? Are you sure you slept next to Mohbad? Then after, Wunmi called her again and said, Nishoku Omo, you understand? That is when, even the idea of her telling us she saw a ghost, if she saw a ghost, she would have acted different. If you see a ghost, it's either to make you grow mad or either to bless you. So what did Mohbad do to you? You understand? So there's a lot of conspiracy there, but we'll get it.
And you know the other thing, Cele? The other thing that baffled me, thank you for that. Cele, the other thing that baffled me about that ghost that Mama Mohbad said she saw, if somebody, your own child, and you said that you call him all the time, and you just left him maybe on Saturday before the incident. Why will you see a ghost? The first thing you do is it not to run to the place instead of calling? God forbid. Will you not run to the place? It's not normal now to see somebody's child, even a stranger, that somebody you just know that's not even your family or your child, you see their ghost. Is it not you will run to the family and say, look, I just saw something.
She was there.
Is that
She was
person
there on
anyway?
Monday.
You
According
understand?
to Tolani,
Was it on
Mama
Sunday
saw
or so?
Mohbad's dead body on the floor, but she exonerated Baba with her words. Yes.
There's something bigger than us, Cele. There's something bigger than all of us. And God will expose it. Whatever it is, God will expose it. I'm here, Cele. Anyhow, you know that we can support with this, just let me know.
Sorry,
Well, we will continue to be on the truth.
Yeah.
Truth. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
We will not give
My
up.
brother Amin.
yes,
Good
sir.
morning.
Sorry. With respect to this Baba's stuff, I think everybody that made one or two statements have said the correct thing. Baba didn't go there to go and report a crime. He went there to get something to exonerate himself. Let it not be as if he saw something that has to do with the death of whether his son or any person and didn't take any step. And if he had actually gone there to make reports because he wants an investigation, he would not have moved that body. And even when he moved that body from there after the burial, he would have gone back to the station, since the position that the police have said do not move the body has already established that, okay, they want to do something about the case. Even though he's saying refusing him that particular report with this information we're getting now, refusing him that particular report is justified, because when they say don't move the body, it means that they have to take some steps before they give you a report. A report does not appear from anywhere just like that, and you can't just come and say something and then they'll just give you a report, and that is all. Now, another thing is, we always seem to forget that, but before Baba Mohbad took the body to the station, he was maybe that he had one or two conversations with some persons in that house, and the compromise with respect to Baba Mohbad and someone in that house started before Baba Mohbad left that house. That is why he was determined to go and bury the body. He must have had some discussions and all of that. That was why he left and then went to the station to get report. When he didn't get report, he left to the body. Now, the second question is this. I don't know how true it is, but if you take a body to the station and you report to the police and the police say, do not take the body away, you can't try to take that body away. That is another thing we need to consider. The police will not allow you. In fact, if you even do that, the police can arrest you and detain you there along with the body. So let's look at the angle. Did the police really tell him not to take the body? Did the police even see the body we are talking about in question? What was the process? That's another thing. Then the third thing is, I don't know if at the inquest any person has made mention of the position that Baba Mohbad, I think because Baba Mohbad said he went there with some persons, and I think Wumi is part of those persons. So did any of them make mention of this situation at the inquest, that the Baba Mohbad took the body and the police said he should not take the body away from there, and Baba Mohbad still took that body away. That's another thing. If there is nothing like that from the inquest, then most likely all this story Baba Mohbad is giving, he's just trying to, just trying to say things that will justify him with respect to this case of Mohbad, that will just remove him from the issue of being responsible, because the public has already come for him that you failed Mohbad and all of that. So I think that's my own contribution to this. I don't know how true it is that
Thank you so much for your
Baba
submission.
Mohbad.
I mean, number one, nobody mentioned the police stuff among all of them. It was only Baba that mentioned the police stuff in social media. I don't think is even in the CCT. There is
So
nothing
you
like
see,
that that mentioned the police. And none
so
of
you
them,
see.
no one mentioned the police. It was only Baba. And my question to you, my question to you, Amen, is, Baba said somebody come from the other office. See, there is a call from one big person that make them not like that make the police collect, because they already issued the police report, but they had to collect it back from Baba. So now, where is the police station? We want the name of the police station. Baba should tell the public the name of the police station. Maybe people will petition them. They should come and talk. They should come forward and narrate their story concerning how Baba brings the body there. Because Baba lie on them. Baba lies on
He will not
that.
be he will not be able to do that, because obviously that was a lie. And I'm still saying it, Baba Mohbad, if you know what you're saying is true, make mention of the station involved. This question has been hanging for over a year now.
Elysian station, police station, Elysian
Yes, the
police
police
station.
station. We don't need to even be overflogging this situation before
The
you
name is Elysian. Elysian.
deletion.
Elysian. Like
Deletion what?
police
Deletion police
station.
station.
Yes.
Okay, which kind of station? Deletion
Even me, I'm
police
so
station.
surprised.
Which,
Lucky where? Is it Orchard Road or where?
generally, after that day, why didn't Baba go back to make a report if he really wanted to crack the crime,
Thank you.
the
Thank
situation
you.
of or the cause of the death of his son? Why didn't he go back? So there is nothing he can say to justify whatever it is. We agree, okay, let's say all of us decide to agree. Whatever you did, Baba, okay, we don't care. You are emotional, you are in a kind of situation, so you decided to go and bury your son. If you like, decide to eat the body. That's your business. We agree that the situation you find yourself is what made you not to be in your normal senses. After that day, what did you do? Did you do anything before the public came out to cry? If you did not do anything, then you do not have you don't have the right to even come out and speak. Not talk of the way you're getting yourself involved this much, that you are even attacking people that are trying to get justice for your son. If you can come out, give the public a genuine reason, a single genuine reason. You don't even need to make it 100%. Stop at 50. Why you did not go back to report to the station? Then we'll look at it that, okay, you really wanted justice for Mohbad. You really wanted a discreet investigation into the cause of the death of your son. But if you cannot do that, it's better you just keep quiet and you just shut up and you allow the public to do what they need to do. I don't even think there is any part that Baba Mohbad has to play with respect to these investigation activities for justice for Mohbad, other than being investigated as a suspect. That's just it. The public has made the mistake of placing him in a place where he's not supposed to be placed, where he does not belong. Himself, the wife, and other persons there, they are all supposed to be placed as suspect. So coming to even be in a situation where the public contribute money and then he's now made to be looked as if he's actually a complainant in the matter because he's the father. If the public looks at Baba Mohbad as a complainant because he's a father, then Wunmi must also be looked at as a complainant because she's the wife. The mother will also be looked at as a complainant. That is a very, very first mistake and error that started in this whole of Mohbad's case. That's
Ahmed,
just the
Ahmed,
situation.
the question is, why did Baba think of morgue first instead of police station? Because sincerely speaking, I will continue saying it. Baba
Yeah, because he
did not mention the police report immediately. He mentioned, let's call the ambulance and take him to the morgue. When you went there, you met people of blood.
Baba
You
Mohbad
suspected
left.
you called the police first, but he said he's taking it to the morgue.
Yeah, you that is why I said among those many people. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so he must have had some discussions with
I
some
mean,
persons in that house.
Ilasan police station, Lekki.
Ilason police station, Lekki. Okay. I think he has a legal team now, or he wants the public to do it for him. You know, I always say
Baba
that
cannot petition that police. They can't petition police.
because he's lying. Because he's lying. He will not be able to petition them because he's lying. That's just the fact of the whole thing. And the police too, I don't know if they know what they're doing and the scenario that Baba narrated is true. Why has the police not also taken a step against Baba for going out publicly to make mention that he went to take the body there and they refused to do the right thing? Is it not EFCC that is coming out now to answer to the allegation from VDM? Why is the National Assembly not also calling out the police with respect to what Baba has said? What are we waiting for? So maybe we are going to also write to the National Assembly with respect to what Baba has said, and we are going to attach that video of Baba saying that he took the body to the station and the police refused to report. And then let's see if the National Assembly will refuse to attend to that situation, just the way they are attending to the allegation against EFCC now. So I think that's another step we are supposed to channel our energy towards again now. Let's cement that part. Let's know, make sure we we
Let the
we
public
we
try the petition. Yes,
resolve
that
it.
is what I want. Yes, that is.
Let's resolve it so that we know that we are
Mm,
not coming to be talking about something that we do not even know if it's really exists or not.
For the fact, me, I will continue saying it. For the fact that Baba did not want to go to the police in the beginning, and it was the ambulance that made them go to the police. Baba, I withdraw. I withdraw support me. I'm not even supporting you anymore. I withdraw. I withdraw whatsoever we
Don't
have been,
worry. You know,
have been
uh,
fighting for this for the past 1 year. I withdraw. I swear to God, because it was the ambulance driver that made them go to the police. Baba never want to go to police at all. They want to go and drop him in the morgue. It is not the morgue that is supposed to be the next thing. It's supposed to be the police. But the fact that
well, that one corroborated with the fact that he didn't go back to the station and cemented his intentions completely. Obviously, he wants to go and bury his son. He does not want to do any investigation whatsoever. And if he does not want to do any investigation into the death of his son, he must have had an understanding with some persons that were in that house. that goes further to corroborate the allegations that he knows what has happened. He consented to certain things, and now he's coming out to pretend to the public as if he does not know anything, as if he actually wants the justice, as if there was no understanding. This goes further to corroborate most of those allegations, which means in the future we'll find out that all of these allegations against Baba, that he knows what is going on, nothing happened without his knowledge. We may realize that up to 80% of those allegations are true. That's what we may end up having in the end of this Mohbad's case. So, but then let's also look at that House of Assembly. Baba Mohbad, maybe you go to the House of Assembly and you address the members there, and I'm very sure the police will also be someone to go there and answer to your complaint that they refused to act when you went to report, or when you took a dead body there to report that your son something has happened. So you have a choice. You are either going there to answer, or you're going to begin to look for ways to see how you can retract your statement if it is not true. Let the public know. Let the public know if you really, what you're telling the public is true or not.
If I may add, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cele, everyone.
Good afternoon, man. Good afternoon, man. Happy weekend.
Sorry, it's afternoon here too, no vex. Afternoon, my boss. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. I'm familiar with most people on the panel, except
Now the laughing emote, this sound you say make I no use, I no go use am, man.
No worry now. Now top your head, moderator go drop host. Continue. I beg Cele, help me beg this person where write Ikuoro to change his name or her name. Ikuoro is not a good name, or you go think say na flex. Whoever is on that profile.
Bobrisky, man. The guy issue with
Bobrisky, it is well. Okay. Good morning, commenters. Okay, now that's a fake profile. No lele. No lele.
Hello, Miss Country Queen, can I ask you a question, ma? Miss Country Queen, can I ask you a question? Why can't Baba not petition the ambulance driver?
My sister, it be like say you be prophetess. So. You know what's in my mouth? Twale for you. Only Twale for you, my sister. I said Twale. I told myself after the last time I was on Cele's platform, I'm saying it boldly now, openly. Say I no go come this TikTok for 1 month. After the last thing wey happened between me and Sakuma. Say make I even step back, make I see waiting this up. But my sister, see me today. I can't even hold my word for 2 days. The pressure is everywhere. Mohbad's blood is hot. Make I put that one aside. My own question, no be fight Baba Mohbad. And those who are so sympathetic to Baba that you don't even want to hear contrary opinion about Baba Mohbad. My own question is, if Baba can find it convenient to sue African television for him not to do that tribute for his son, tribute, why has Baba not sued those who are closely linked to taking the life of his son that somebody wants to do tribute for? Only I make sense?
Because I'm trying to say why the Baba cannot sue the ambulance driver. Because if the ambulance driver, they call the ambulance driver through Mohbad's house, why they
ambulance is even contrary. Should be somebody we need to die before they call ambulance. Should be ambulance is egbe. Somebody we need to die before they call ambulance.
Please wait,
ma.
Please, sorry.
But they can't sue ambulance now. How would they sue ambulance?
petition the
Wait,
driver
now
of
make I
the
finish my submission. I know everybody is agitated. When we are all making sense, we all have different opinion, and we are all looking for justice for Mohbad. My own, I'm coming up with probing questions directly to Baba Mohbad. My questions are directly to Baba Mohbad and chronic Baba Mohbad supporters. Those who don't even want to hear anything contrary about Baba Mohbad. Those are the people I am directing these questions to. If it is convenient for Baba Mohbad to sue African television for him not to organize a tribute for Mohbad that was killed, why has Baba not find it convenient? If indeed he is looking for justice, I am underlining looking for justice, and he knows that Mohbad did not die on the streets. They did not pick Mohbad's body from the gutter. Mohbad is not a John Doe. He died in his house, confirming it from Iyabo Ojo. There are other people who have confirmed it, but let me pick up Iyabo Ojo's statement that Mohbad died in the house. And knowing that Mohbad died in the house in the presence of at least or at most 15 people, allegedly quoting Wunmi. So if Baba is indeed looking for justice, why has he not sued Wunmi? Why has he not sued Darusha? Why has he not sued Adura? Why has he not sued Iya Mohbad? I am identifying these 4 people because they play key roles on this matter. Wunmi was there when Mohbad died. Darusha wrote on his IG and he gave reasons why he embalmed Mohbad. When he got to the police station, they changed the dynamics and Adura owned up that he was the one that embalmed his brother. Iya Mohbad has released several CDs claiming that Baba is complicit in the death of his son. Emphatically, Baba said Josilo ni kon lo gun epa. So knowing all this, why has Baba not even sued one of these people to get the truth out of them? But he could sue African television who wants to do a tribute for his son. I hope you guys are getting my arguments. I'm not here. I'm just trying to understand what Baba. I'm just trying to understand what Baba is thinking and his advisors, who feel it is okay to sue African television, but not okay to sue Wunmi, to sue Darusha, to sue Adura, and to sue Iya Mohbad. These are questions. Ibere ode faja Baba. You are looking for those that pied your son. I bet you are not looking because I'm trying to get it. So when I say that Baba knows waiting by in Peking and he has been deceiving the public, these are the reasons why I'm holding on to that hypothesis. I was among those that said before, if you come for Baba, I will come for you. I deleted that slogan as early as June when Yinka Ade's matter occurred. I deleted that slogan when Yinka Ade's event occurred. And they came after that lady. And I knew that the Alobas are a bunch of ingrates. I knew it. So, Baba, you could sue African television for trying to immortalize your child, for trying to remember your child, for trying to call the attention of the authorities that Mohbad is here to get justice. I'm not interested whether African TV wants to make money out of it. I'm not interested. Because you're also making money out of it. So I'm not going about that monetary angle. But the point is that those who are directly linked to your son, Baba, what have you done? Do you remember the day you, myself, Chairman, and Aries, 3 of us, let everybody know and know now, myself, Chairman, Aries, and Baba, we had a group call for more than 1 hour, advising you on the legal steps to take if indeed you want justice for your son. Baba, tí mo bá parọ́ kẹ́ ẹ já mi. If I lied, come out and say, Crunch Queen, you lied. Baba, you know me very well. Myself, Chairman, Supreme Aries, that you have all called us anti-justice. We spoke with you, Mr. Joseph Aloba, that night, if not more than 1 hour. If I check my WhatsApp call, I will know the length of time that we had this discussion, explaining to you, telling you the legal steps you need to take if you really want justice to help the movement. You did nothing, Baba. Every advice, every suggestion we gave you, you did nothing. What you told was that yes, Eshegon, I will get in touch with my lawyer. And we never heard anything. You didn't take any step. For 1 year, we burned the midnight oil for your son. So those of you who are so sympathetic to Baba, please, Elosun Ketunji, you can't be loyal blindly. Who are you actually looking for? Who are you actually seeking justice for? Is it for Mohbad or his father? Because I'm trying to get it. Are we blind followers? Koyemi, ask Baba, you that you are supporting him, you that you are saying you don't even want to hear anybody rubbish that man. Thank you. I appreciate your sympathy. But ask Baba, you sued African television, sir. Why have you not sued Darosha? Why have you not sued Adura? Why have you not sued Wumi? Why have you not sued the Mohbad? Ask him those questions. I am addressing you people that are so gullibly, staunchly defending Baba. Ask him, please. Because I'm trying to think that if a man actually wants to know how the life of his son ended, he will start from those who are closely linked to that incident. He will start. Not somebody who is remotely linked. African TV is remotely linked to the killing of Mohbad. Not be African TV by Mohbad. Not be African TV by Mohbad. And every one of us that you have labeled anti-justice, not be us by Mohbad. Make a begin count our name for those I remember. African TV, Cele, Supreme, Adenike, myself, Andy, Chairman, Yinka Ade, who else I miss? Aristocrat, Papariano. Those I can remember. All these people I have listed, none of us by Mohbad. None of us are remotely related to Mohbad. But you have conveniently labeled us anti-justice. But you forgot to ask Baba Mohbad why he has not taken the right steps to get justice for his son. Every advice where we give this man in secret, in open. Okay, Mercy Idris don't add her name, including Mercy Idris. Yes, because she's a host. Yes, and I recognize Mercy Idris' voice. You've tagged anti-justice. Anybody that says something, anything negative, constructively negative. Let me add constructive. Constructively negative. You will open your ring lights, including PS, who has been funding this movement undercover, heavily funding it. You came out and called him anti-justice. How many people? Ikoro, I don't know, you familiar? How many people? I won't count. Baba Mohbad and your supporters, please have a secret meeting, maybe on WhatsApp, maybe on Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. Have a WhatsApp meeting and ask yourselves, are we on the right path? Baba Duro, no. Are we even we're very wicked lady? Aduke, okay? All of us, you've called us anti-justice. Please do a secret meeting, including Lenchi. Thank you. We plenty, including Lenchi. Please do a secret meeting and ask Mr. Joseph Aloba, if indeed you are looking for justice, why have you not sued these 4 people? Wumi, Darosha, Adura, and Mohbad. If you really want to know what happened to Mohbad, for 1 year, 12 full months. For 1 year, 12 full months. I am sick. I'm tired of these gullible followers and their analysis. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Shebi Mohbad na want justice fún. Ẹjọ́ now. Ẹjọ́ now. Please, we are not saying Baba fight Mohbad, but he knows. He knows. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oluwati, you said they should sue the ambulance driver. Why? Can you please explain it? Can you please expand that?
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that they should bring wait, what I'm trying to say, they should bring the ambulance driver too. He has to come and say he should come and say he should come and say what he saw, like at the request. I don't know. Yes, to come and say. Yes, come and say what happened.
You said Baba should sue the driver. Is it not Baba that Mashe for them to call the driver of the ambulance? Baba cannot do that. That is why we want the public lawyer. There are some things that Baba will not do and Baba cannot do it. Even with normally, morally, Baba will not do it. That is why we want the public lawyer. It is the public that can only do all these things. Suing Nigeria, do you think Baba will sue Yamuha? Do you think Baba will sue Nigeria? Do you think Baba will sue a lot of people?
Wait, Aduke, let me ask you a question. The driver that drive mobile to the show, why did they can't call him to the request to talk, to ask him some question? What happened at the show?
Baba did not mention the driver. He did not even speak to that. So Baba is defending himself. He's not defending what happened to Mobile. He's defending himself. Have you not get it? Mama.
But I'm asking that why did Baba cannot call the driver that took Boma to the show to say his mouth, to say the mouth, to say what happened at the show?
Baba got a lawyer for himself. It is only Mobile lawyer that can do those stuff for public lawyer. Baba would not do that. He's not defending Mobile, he's defending himself. Can't you see?
So Baba cannot invite the driver that took Mobile to the show to say what happened at the show.
And that for you.
It is well. It is well.
Is the Baba
because no be driver carry Mobile. Please, let's try to be constructive in our reasoning. I know we are all passionate. I know we are all, aggressive at some points. Whoever Baba needs to sue must be those in the house and the mother of the victim. Please leave the drivers out of this. I beg una. It's not a constructive reasoning. Emma Binu.
Sorry.
Those that drive the van are the ones that should be sued. Not the driver. The driver can only be called to give evidence of what he saw. When we want to talk, please let's try to add some constructiveness to it. Emma Binu. Àwọn tó yẹ kó sue, àwọn tó wà nílé, àwọn tó mọ̀ ń pa ẹni. Driver kò ló pa Mohbad.
Literally the fight in the car when all of them are lying. How can we know there is a fight? Do we need the driver of that Prado? We need him. The public lawyer should sue him.
I don't care. She won't want your driver. Have you got your driver?
We need the driver. Since spending his life. We need to know why, if truly they are fighting, all of them are going to the corner and just according to Olurati, he's not going to do that. He will not do that. We need the Prado driver, even Prime Boy need him on his case. Prime Boy need to petition, like Prime Boy need him. They need to petition that man and come. Is it true that we break your glass? Is it true this thing so happen? If Baba did not bring him in, Prime Boy case can bring the Prado driver in. It is a constructive reasoning. Let's not exclude everybody. All of them should be included in this case. They should petition all of them and bring all of them. If Prime Boy did not petition the drive from Prado, he has a lot of things to say.
I understand you, Mabino. I understand you. Mọ̀ wípé ńgbà tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀, mi sọ wípé kan petition, mo ní kan sue. So if you want to say petition, fine. Petition is to invite them. Driver has certain way. Sue yàtọ̀, my sister, má jẹ́ ká tanra wa. So ìgbà tí mo make submission, I was very careful with my choice of words. Sue, legal action, lèmi sọ, kó gbé wọn lọ court. Kò lè gbé driver kan ló pa ọmọ ẹ̀. Ọmọ tó mọ̀ sí, tó ti yẹ. So I understand you, my sister. I understand your argument. Petition, yes, I agree. They can petition the driver. Kowa certain way. Kí ló rí, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. But for suing, legal action, àwọn mẹ́rin tí mo dárúkọ yẹn ló yẹ kí bàbá ṣiṣẹ́ lórí. My sister, thank you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you,
sister. the crown queen. Àtẹ̀yìn náà ẹ wà lára àwọn suspect. Ọkọ yín lẹ wà collect.
Who be this person abeg? Jẹ́ mi yìí but I don't want to do this.
I understand what you're
Àbíkẹ́ má
saying.
wọrí.
I understand.
Sẹ̀lẹ̀ ló ń lo ikú oró yẹn o. Is it that Cele or Ayat?
I understand what you're saying.
Àbí bísí. Ó lè jẹ́ bísí.
All will be Cele.
Ìkan nínú wọn ni. Is it that Pizzy? Is it that Pizzy or Ayat? Àbí
Cause èèyàn lè má sọ pé ikú owó tó ń lò sọ pé Joseph Aloba ikú owó Joseph Aloba ikú owó wọ́n máa rò béèyàn ṣépè fún bàbá nìyẹn ò ní mọ̀ pé owó kò ní. Ẹ má gbé wá sókè mọ́ tẹ̀ lè drop ẹ̀ ni. Somebody cannot be mentioning this person's name with another person again.
Adike, I think I align 100% with your submission.
Put across, amen, may be interested. Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters, my G's and madams and everybody. Cele, well done, congratulations to you. No grief for anybody, we no grief for you. We don't enter Lagos. Jerry Baba mi ati wale. So I've been listening to you guys all morning on the window because I was in the gym. You know, we have to keep fit. You know, if we don't keep fit, waking up in the morning may be very difficult at this age. Anyway, so Cele and amen. Let's try something. Let's try.
Someone that has joined this live. Continue the IT guy. There is one person.
Let's try something very quickly. When àwọn baálẹ̀ àwọn tó wà ní palace gan wọ́n gbà ká wọ́n mọ̀ bá ti jẹ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ń fi bí mo ṣe jẹ́ ń lu ìwọ̀n yìí ẹ jẹ́ á farabalẹ̀. So anyway, so Baba went to the police station to give a statement. Whilst he was giving his statement, it was thought that they had to correct the first statement. Now, did he indeed give a second statement? Did he give a statement before he left the police station? Now, the statement that was corrected, was it torn into pieces? Did he sign another statement before he left? Yeah.
He said he signed, yeah. He wrote the,
so he signed the statement and signed. Now,
then somebody came from another office.
Yeah, but as he told us the reason why he had to change the statement, what exactly was in that statement that they got him to correct?
He said there's an error. There's an error.
What is the error? What is the error? You see,
okay, they said there's a mistake in it.
Yes. Which mistake is in it? Because for you to be advised to write a second statement, because there is an error, they would have told you what the error was at the time. Because I don't think they will tell you there's an error in a statement that you voiced out and someone is reading, and you are not telling us what the error is. So, Baba, what was
the he said they asked him, when they said he should not, when the authority came in to say he should not take the body, they asked him, where did you report the incident? And I think that is actually the bone of contention.
Yeah, we need to ask him that. He needs to kind of enlighten us about what the error is exactly. You see, because when they said to you, you should have gone to the other police station within your jurisdiction, and then maybe Baba disappeared with the body when the police were changing shift. Maybe that's how Baba disappeared with the body. He waited for the police to be doing shift, knowing that a new group of people are not aware of what ensued overnight. It will take time. That is probably when they say, Eja ma lo, Eja ma lo. Eja ma lo. Is this, you see, the thing is, when you have a foundation that is built on lies, it is clear. Baba fabricator ni is a number one fabricator. Àwọn tí wọ́n lè kọ́ ilé alámọ̀ kí wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ilé oníglass ni wọ́n kọ́ ni bàbá. Àwọn tó ti ń parọ́ since 1966, since 1888 ni bàbá ti ń parọ́. Bàbá máa tó ń ka story yẹn fáwọn fans ẹ̀ ni. He's not selling the stories to us. Which error was there? Let's not guess. I don't want anyone to guess for Baba. Let Baba open his mouth to tell us which error there is in there. Tí wọ́n wá fi eraser, tí wọ́n fi ṣé pencil náà fi kọ́ ni, wọ́n wá fi eraser. They now say to you, sign here, Baba. Baba, tell us the error. Good afternoon, everybody. Ẹ jẹ́ á máa wòran.
I think when you start with lies, you have to continue with lies. That is what is actually dealing with Baba now. You have to keep lying and lying to cover up the previous lie, and if you don't realize quick enough that you should change your ways, and start saying the truth. By the time you realize, it may be too late. That is what is coming for Baba. And if he's listening to everything the public has been saying, and the people around him really want the best for him, I think this should have sunk into his brain long time ago, and he would have changed his ways. He would have started saying the truth and all of that. Now, I wanted to comment with respect to the driver. The driver is supposed to be at the inquest. I don't know if he's part of the persons that will come and testify. And I don't know who is even going to call the driver. But I saw someone's comment saying, is Baba police to call the driver? The inquest is not a proceeding where a particular authority, it is restricted to a particular authority to call in or bring in evidence or witnesses. At the inquest now, what you look at is when someone that is supposed to come and testify is not coming to testify, and you know that his testimony is going to be of advantage to your case to establish your case. Now, the question goes, if the person did not come to testify, who will suffer it? Now, let's look at the whole inquest process. If the police does not call the driver to come and testify, and this matter dies off like that, who is supposed to be assumed to suffer more? Is it not the father and the mother and the wife? So they do not need to wait for the police to call the driver to come in. It is the father, if he really wants justice, it is the father that will initiate the process of bringing in the driver, because the driver's testimony is a first-hand information. He was in the car when everything happened. He still drove the car back home. The testimony was to the effect that he got to the house with them and they gave him money to go fix the glass. So he has a whole lot of information to disclose that will help the investigation at the inquest there. So just like the one
Amen. I will give you a chance to carry on. I want to add something to this process, and I think comment sections is saying it, and I'm thinking it even before I came up. Right. Baba Mohbad and his people had different stories on their CTC about the occurrence from before they got to the station, whilst they are at the station, up until when they left the station. Are we able to petition the ambulance driver to give us a statement and tell his own story? Because I think that we will get a lot of information of that when we juxtapose that with all the stuff that these people have been saying. It might not fully correlate with what they have on the ground. I think the ambulance driver needs to be petitioned and brought to books to come and give his own statements. I think that should happen.
100%.
Carry on, Amen.
I agree
Carry
with
on.
you 100% because if the ambulance driver is to come to the inquest and testify, we're going to be able to uncover so many things. So many, no matter how they try to prepare this guy to come testify at the inquest, we must find inconsistency between the testimony of the ambulance driver and every other person that were in that ambulance or that followed them to the station there. So it's very possible, but again, who is going to at whose detriment will it be if the ambulance driver comes to testify and we find inconsistencies? It's going to definitely be the Baba and the other persons that followed to the station now. So they will not want to do it. They won't want to invite.
You see, for me, the ambulance. Sorry, Amen. The ambulance driver works for an organization. From the moment they booked him, every participation, even if he did not go into the station, he would have been given instruction, and there will have been multiple instruction, and they will be changing the instructions based on what is happening inside the police station.
Yes.
So, because multiple people may have engaged with the ambulance driver, we want to hear his own version of his experience. Who spoke with him? What did they say? Let's go now. Oh, let's wait. Ambulance driver will say, me, I'm not going. No, if you don't get the papers, I'm not going. And back and forth. Maybe they now say to the ambulance driver that Oga at the top, he said, we are okay. Oga at the top, he said, we're not going to be stopped on the way.
Yes.
Because someone did say, someone high up will give an order. He will now give the ambulance driver the confidence that as long as you are telling me that Oga at the top is set a pathway to make sure nobody will stop us on the way. You see how this thing works? The guys at the top will tell all stations, when you see this ambulance, this is registration number, don't stop that ambulance, yo. That is what is going to give the ambulance driver the confidence to carry on. And someone did say, if it wasn't the ambulance driver, they would not have ended up in the police station in the first place. So if they haven't got a paper to show the ambulance driver, they would have given the ambulance driver a confidence to say, drive on. And then all they want to do at that point in time is bury the evidence. Maybe Baba was part of the process of Ado and the calabash and the white clothing that they put inside the grave. Because they don't say he's part of buying the coffin, he's part of instrumental in the what we at the moment not sure, but term as the local embalmment. Darosha is already said Baba is instrumental and is part of the whole process. Between Baba and Wumi, have they decided to put Ado and calabash and the white cloth inside the grave? Was Baba part of? Is that part of what Wunmi is saying? If I tell you what this Baba have done that you do not know, you will stone him to death. Is that part of it? Because we need to read between the lines.
Yes.
We need to read between the lines because say we can be pastor on the outside, but we can be doing twe in the background. We know that when you go to Orioke, there is the Orioke right and there is the Orioke left. So when Baba go Orioke, maybe he goes left once in a while. And I understand the reason why Calabash, because he said in his own voice that it's not until he watched the video that he realized they put something inside the grave. Was he part of that process? Is he now trying to play games with his fans? Because this Baba is always going, I have my fans. You see, the thing is, the problem we have traditionally in our country is because he's the one that has suffered the loss. That is the unfortunate inconsistency in the process. All about Abosede Alamala. Abosede Alamala is Mohbad's mother. Why are we now focused on Josie and want to protect Josie and then castigate Abosede Alamala? Why? Is it that Abosede Alamala doesn't have fans just like Baba? You see, the thing is the suppression of Abosede Alamala is a very big problem for this cause. And it's going to cause Baba Mohbad, the Joseph Aloba, Josie, to have sleepless nights. Because if Abosede Alamala speaks, if she speaks the truth, woman lossy. If Abosede Alamala speaks the truth, Baba ma shewon big time. Abosede Alamala is not stupid. She's already said Monday. And someone said earlier, if the Sunday, we know the following day is Monday. If it's Monday, we know the following day is Tuesday. So don't fault Abosede Alamala. We have to believe everything she said about Monday. And someone did say, Mr. Joseph Aloba, where is your alibi for Monday? Where were you on Monday? Account for 24 hours between Sunday midnight. Is it Tuesday, right? Then Monday morning up until Tuesday. Where the hell are you? And how did you manage to walk from somewhere in the middle of the night for 4 hours? Who saw you? Who can corroborate the story? How many minutes did the car take to take you home and you're fabricating a story that you walk for 4 hours in the middle of the night? Baba, Onironie, Joseph Aloba, you are a fucking liar. You've been lying since the inception. You are lying to your congregation. You lying to the church. You are lying to the coffers. You are telling the Omoijo you only collect 5,000 when you collected 100,000. You've been lying since day one. Even your lies hasn't done it, but you have to now use the death of your son to become a millionaire. We know you've got millions now. You now want to be a billionaire. You see, the thing is, you have to first of all follow the lies that you've been lying up to the point where you have to now go back and tell the story again. Now that this thing is in recess, we the public have to petition you to come and tell the truth, to come and rewrite your story, to come and tell us who called you first. Did you know about it on Monday already, or was it even Sunday night? Are you now telling us what's up for me lọ́jọ́ Tuesday ni abẹ́tí mọ̀ lọ́jọ́ Monday, Baba? Àti kanyo ọ̀ka ó ti fọ́ in the area of Alausa. Ọ̀ka ó ti fọ́. Baba, you know when you shit, and you shit, and you can't shit no more. Aṣọ ẹ̀wọ̀n náà ń pè. For the prison, aṣọ ẹ̀wọ̀n náà ń pè. Carry on, my brother Cele. We are with you all the way.
So, Cele, can you please replay that verse, please?
Who is this one? What's her name?
Replay that voice
Adedoyin.
note, Cele.
Adedoyin, what is Adedoyin saying on the comment section? Come up and explain, please. Adedoyin, send your request now and come up and explain. You say you are not
You
the
get power
contact
for
that
Adedoyin.
Wumi needs to speak
You
with.
have Adedoyin's power.
He said, now it makes sense to me that you guys have an agenda against
I
this.
know very well
Please
that
come up
it is
and
not Baba that find
explain.
Mohbad. It's me that find Mohbad. But
Don't tell
Baba,
me sorry, is that
we
you?
go
Not
stop
sorry.
between responsibility.
Adedoyin, ṣé lawyer
I say when
Adedoyin ni àbí
Adedoyin finish, I
solicitor?
want to ask
Is
a question.
Adedoyin a lawyer or a solicitor? So can someone enlighten me? Is she a lawyer or a solicitor?
He's a politician.
Or she's working for the government?
She should tell
Okay,
us who
after
she
Adedoyin, I
is.
want to speak.
Because if she does not know who she is, how
Adedoyin
can
is
someone
always
know?
behind.
Adedoyin
Is
na
always
government pikin.
is always behind in the process. She's always coming to ask. She's always coming to ask silly questions. She's always 3 days, 4 days behind. 3, 4 days behind every time. And she says she's not coming up. You can't come up. You are working for the federal and you are working for the bad boys. You are working for the godfathers. You are working for the godfather.
I'm here, Mr. Amen. I'm here.
Carry on, amen.
I think Cele explained. Susie, wait. I think
She's for justice.
Susie, wait.
Adedoyin is for
I
justice.
think Cele is making
Adedoyin is for justice, but she will choose which part of justice she belongs to. I've been following her for. Let me speak my mind now. You can't speak for me now.
I know. I'm not talking about speaking the mind or not.
Let's drag this woman. She's working for federal and she's got nothing to add to the equation. Amen. I will leave you. You carry on.
No,
she's a nobody for real.
No. It's not Adedoyin. It's not the issue of Adedoyin. We do not even know if that is the real Adedoyin. Cele just made a very important observation. He said 0 followers, 12 following. So we don't know what was behind that. If somebody has gone to create an account,
speak my own. If the real Adedoyin can hear me, no, amen. Let me speak first. Let me speak shortly.
I don't know.
Let me speak shortly.
That's the observation.
Even if he's a real Adedoyin, me, I'm dragging Adedoyin right now. She's always a week behind. She's always 1 week behind, 3 days behind. Pardon me if Paparano is the one that knows how to deal with Adedoyin. She is a fucking pretender. I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm not
Thank
sure.
you.
What are you guys saying? I'm asking this question. Tell me, who the hell is she working for?
Thank you, Auntie guy. Thank you.
Who is she working for?
We don't care. Come up, Adedoyin. Come up and talk. Come up and talk right now. We're giving you the opportunity to redeem yourself. Come and talk.
I beg you guys.
If she's not coming up, if the person is not coming up to speak, then it's not the real Adedoyin. Someone is trying to mess her account.
No, Adedoyin is not afraid of coming up.
Amen.
That's
Susie, stop defending Adedoyin. Let her come up and come and defend herself. Why are you defending her? The only book of the comment section. Stop defending her.
Who come and play nursery school kids? She will just come and say, no, I don't realize.
Amen. I have a question for you.
What sort of nonsense is she coming up with every time?
Let me speak. Hold on, let me speak. Hold on, let me speak. Let me speak. Come up and talk.
This is I will show you. See, I don't know if that is the real Adedoyin.
Amen. I have a question for you. Please, everybody. Can we please read the public? Can we please petition Wumi? Let's petition Wumi mother. She has a lot to say too.
Amen. You are talking about this petition all over and all over again. Can't you tell them you are working? You are supposed to even give us
I mean, we should
updates. I've been
include
calling you since.
Iyawumi. They should include
Don't worry,
Iyawumi on
everything is in
whatsoever
progress.
petition.
And the
We
Everything.
need
very
to,
wicked
Amen
we
know
need to
what to
drag
do.
Iyawumi too.
Amen know
Iyawumi no
what
one
to
in charge of Mohbad.
Ole ni Iyawumi.
Me, I don't think it's Iyawumi at the
Iyawumi ò ní
moment.
case.
It's
Iyawumi no get
Iyawumi.
case.
You know why I mentioned Iyawumi, TSL? Let's not exclude Iyawumi, the whole family, because you know Iyawumi is a warder. Iyawumi is working in a prison. And I'm very sure that Iyawumi knows a lot about the money of Mohbad, the royalty of Mohbad from Naira Marley. Iyawumi knows about the bully. Iyawumi knows a lot about the
The very
bully of
wicked
Mohbad.
lady, I'm sorry to interject. Let's leave that to EFCC, I beg. EFCC.
Okay.
Well, for me, I think
the mother, the voice note of Mohbad made mention that if you think you're doing this yourself and your family, I think Mohbad referred to me and her family.
Definitely.
If I'm right. So, yeah.
And what I'm interested in right now, is for us to get Iya Mohbad, because now Iya Mohbad has fallen out with Wunmi. You people have to remember that. They're falling out, so this is the time to get the truth from her. You know, because she said she didn't want to talk before, so let her come and speak now. She knows a lot more, even than Baba Mohbad. So I think she's the one that needs to really come out now, because she's not in a good place now with Wunmi. So this exactly.
Once Baba's Bola, if Baba can give back Bola, she will talk.
Don't mind that. I know she will talk now because she's going through a lot now. Because Wunmi has showed that, because she was part of the conspiracy.
Do you think she's actually going to say what will implicate Baba Mohbad? Considering
Mr.
the fact
Amen.
that I saw a video where it was like someone was taking her to meet Baba Mohbad during one of the inquest. She was trying to prostrate, and Baba Mohbad was there forming fine boy. He was there for me.
Baba Mohbad is clever. Baba Mohbad is clever. He knows that if his Bola enter that kuntus, if Baba Mohbad's Bola enter that kuntus, she will talk.
She will talk.
Trust me.
Because she want Baba Mohbad right now, and she's out of Wunmi. She will talk now.
Let's hope that she can actually agree to say something. But I'm doubting if she will say what will improve.
You know, and the other thing I wanted to agree with, even though I find it difficult, like I said to SA before, because we were all fighting for Baba Mohbad at the time. And I remember when I don't know if SA remember this, when we had the meeting with African TV, you know, that time when we were in a group with African TV, and then it was going to do a conference. And he promised us we would do that conference and everything was in place, the lawyer and everything. And on that very day, he pulled out. Baba Mohbad ran. He did not show up. So when you are talking now, it's kind of trying to make sense. But at the same time, it's very confusing. The man that is shouting all hell, and people are like, everybody was running around him at that time, trying to support him, you know, including African TV and, you know, our group at that time. But he did let us down. I remember what I said to African TV in one of our meetings then, that I don't trust Baba Mohbad. Everybody was telling me, don't say that, don't say that. And after all, you can say a lot of things that are happening. And there's a lot of things I'm hearing today that kind of, you know, similar to what was happening at the time. So I think we really need to push more. There are more. I keep saying there are more. But thank you for that point, though, you know, because I wouldn't have, you know, I've always been like, behind Baba Mohbad, you know, because obviously he lost his son. He was the one that catered for that son until the point that he left home. So as a parent, you know, you have an empathy for such a person. But he just tells so many lies, and we don't even know which one to take now.
You know, when you find yourself in a situation like this, if it is just one regular person we're even referring to that is telling all these lies,
yes,
you would have even been able to even take it a little bit. But coming from the father, and you even a single lie from the father is even enough to
That's right.
make the public
True.
withdraw their support, not talk about
Very true.
repeating it again and again. So
that man needs to check himself, man. I'm just tired, Danny. I'm really tired of Baba Mohbad now because I don't even know which way to look.
If you like, if you not check yourself,
The lady that is speaking, NSJ.
Just S-ness, it's fine.
S-ness, okay.
Yeah.
You see, we are parents.
Yeah.
And when we are parents, and I always say this to my comrades, you see, the moment you have more than one child and you have more than two children, there is a possibility that you've had all the good qualities and some dodgy qualities can come up, but you don't know which one at the end of the day, as long as it's more than one. And some people, unfortunately, as parents, they are unfortunate that only one that they have is the one that is going to send both father and mother to the grave. So one thing I want all parents listening right now to take from me is that there are times when children want to leave home early. Yeah. When they want to leave early, it's not because we've done anything wrong. No. There are times when it's good for their development. Yes, it's good for their development to leave home early. It is. Very true. So we have to let them go, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So Mr. Joseph Aloba has done a great thing to have at least brought his son up to a point at the ripe age of 16 or 17, as it applies in the UK. Maybe by the time they are 16 or 18, they want to leave home. And if they have a desire to leave home, you have to let them go. So he's done a great job up to that point, and has let him go. Yeah. Now, has he done a great job to let Adura go? How old is Adura? How old was Adura when Adura left home? How old is Blessing? As Blessing left home, how old are all these children when they left home? Now, if all the children you have end up having left home with the same pattern, then it means, Baba, you get problem. You've done well to take them somewhere, but they can't wait to leave home. Very true. That is a red flag. But at the end of the day, let's give Baba Mohbad a round of applause that he's done the best he can do for his children. Where is Cele? Before they left him. So yeah. Let's acknowledge the fact that he has labored for 16 years or 17 years before Mohbad left home. And then he gave us an indication as well that they've been good friends up until even the last 72 or 84 or 100 hours before his spy, because he was with him on Saturday. And Wumi also gave us an indication there is a good relationship between father and son. Even though it's a bit on the gutter side, Baba still brings some madam here to come and shag, if you know what I mean. To come and roast. He's using this place as a roasting ground. So that actually tells you there's a good relationship. Yeah, Baba is using that place now. He should be in a flat now. We could just do a quickie. Instead of going to pay for hotel, we can just do it inside this room. Baba is a stallion now. Baba láti Gweshin. Baba Gweshin left, right, and center. They will not come Baba pẹ̀lú anything. Baba can roast one law. Inside that room, we gave Baba a special room. Even Abose Day has been there before, and once don't go anywhere near that corridor. You understand? So we give him everything we need to give him. Something went wrong. It really doesn't matter how it happened. Could have been an accident. It could be the industry gods. The 15 people in the house, minimum or maximum, they've told Baba, Baba, Emma Tazele yo, one ma sheyin lorun, one sheyin lese. When we saw the coffin, we see that leg break. Baba, one sheyin lorun, one sheyin lese. And Baba decided to comply. Maybe he decided to comply. Because the industry gods are there, The guys in the house are said to they've given us our script. We're going to read our own. Baba, it's up to you. If you want to shout out, it's up to you. But this is your script. And Baba took his own script. We are now lost whether to believe that Baba was there on Monday, he was there on Tuesday, he was there on Sunday midnight. Darosha himself disappeared or did not disappear, because Darosha is the master of ceremony. If Darosha tells you the truth, he knows it's going to go down. No? Maybe he would have done a bargain plea with the authority. But I tell you, if Darosha tells the truth and is engaged with the authorities and they've given him a bargain plea, everybody must share one. Everybody must share one. Everybody must share one. And the good thing about that process is, if you are telling the truth, Prime Boy and the other one, Spending, will be exonerated, as well as a nurse. Those three people will be exonerated. You don't know what these people have done. They've categorized. No. Let me finish. Okay. They found the fall people who called the nurse. Nurse came, who fought him. They've taken out Wumi fighting Mohbad. So as far as the family is concerned, if they cooperate, and they cooperate with Falana, who has set up the inquest to sway the entire Federation of Nigeria from the truth by injecting a process. You see, you are a son. And if you are a son and you'll be doing this thing all your life, Baba, Ati Baba Falana, Ati Baba Aloba, Akpayon lẹ́yìn méjèèjì. The two of them are the instrumental in this process. Falana set up an inquest, which is illegal, because he has actually done things in a non-procedural manner, one. And Baba, being the CEO, is decided to take the blunt on this thing. As in, like, you take the grunt on it. Whatever it is that is coming my way, as long as they listen to me, they will believe me. And he's telling us he's got fans today. He has fans. And his fans are the people that are low life, low brain, docile, because they will block me if I mention that. I mention it very quickly. I won't mention it again. Slow brain, when your brain is slow and they are frying it. Once they tell you this is dog, you will accept, even though it's a monkey. You will just accept that it's a dog. And these are the followers. These are the people following Joseph Aloba. But don't forget that anything you do, Falana's involvement in this process, to have colluded with the system to instigate the inquest, needs to be investigated. Your son, as a son that you are, you need to first of all start with a postmortem. And then you find foul play, and then we start criminal investigation, and the inquest then kicks in, because the autopsy is not straightforward, and then we open an inquest, but we start a criminal investigation. So if this Falana is not a godfather of somebody in this case, why has he instigated an inquest? Distorted the judicial process in our country, Nigeria. As a SAN, SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, when they brought you in there, you held the Bible, Shango or Shokmono, or anything, or Muslim Torah or something, to say you will uphold whatever your office says, and you will kind of play bargain, and you will support a normal, ordinary man on the street. And you colluded when Wumi and that crazy Faramo, or whatever they call her from America, is you they came to. It's you that colluded with the system to put an inquest in place. If you can hear this, if you are not instrumental in putting an inquest in place to distort the course of justice because you are trying to protect somebody, Mr. Falano, come to the public and tell us that it wasn't you and you are not part of it. And the moment you put the inquest in place, 12 months later, we are all here. Unfortunately for you, the nooks and corners of this black app will give you sleepless nights. It will give you sleepless nights. You will not be able to sleep at night until you come and tell us where in our judicial process I is allowed to open an inquest in a homicide case to supersede any form of investigation, criminal investigation, and then drag it for 12 months. And then we're now saying the magistrate needs to recuse herself until the public go out and recuse the magistrate. It's an opportunity for us to do that now. Falano, Mr. Joseph Aloba, Wumi, and Karimo. What have you guys got to say about what I'm saying now? When Karimo and Wumi went to Falano, what did Falano decide to do? Be like, say, I don't talk too much. Make a rest. Cele, clap for me, Abi. I don't try now.
May I clap for you?
Why not they clap for him? Why don't clap for IT man, no, I beg. Don't clap for IT man. IT man is doing his job. IT man is doing his job.
Clap for him. Let's clap for
doing
him.
his job. I'm going to clap for you for doing your job.
Clap for him.
IT man has become he has become extraordinarily vocal in the past few weeks. I don't know where to forget this energy. The energy.
The energy no dey here.
I tell you people, we will appoint you from Monday to Thursday. You probably won't have my energy on this platform because that's how I do my 37 hours a week. But the moment I land on Friday, I have enough energy to go on until Monday. When it's time to call a spade, we have to call a spade. And you see, the thing is, we are doing a great thing. Comment section, everybody are doing a great job. But the thing is, let's not get dissuaded by getting sidetracked with woto. Because this situation is in recess, it's an opportunity for us at this point in time to engage logically, sensibly, and with due decorum, proper decorum in the process, and use the DVM tactic. We hit the nail on the head. That's it. You can hold the nail and you want to, carpenter, like Mr. Joseph Aloba, if you are not careful, you will eat your finger. But because a carpenter is a carpenter knows his onions, like Jack will say. And where we are now is to dissect and focus on what is key and take out all the family irrational fights and irrational aspect. I mean, how can Karimo leave America, quickly come to Nigeria? Although when she started nonsense, she was telling us all these bloody stories, but she's not telling us why she came to Nigeria. One, she's not telling us her engagement with Falano. And that is how the Godfathers got in there. And that is all the chief wigs and the big boys in this game got into the process, because Falano being a son knows his onions, and he injected the inquest in the middle to stop any form of investigation. One, to allow all the culprits to cover their tracks. For us to engage on TikTok and highlight all this thing, they are covering their tracks every time we go to any corners to ask this question, decipher, logical, this, scientists, and all this kind of stuff. We are teaching them how to cover their tracks. They've done enough. Baba Mohbad is part of the clan. He's not going to petition anybody. You know why? He's not allowed to petition anybody. He has been told he's not allowed by the devils he decided to engage with. He's a nobody who can use his brain. He's giving his power of attorney to Muiwa. Muiwa will now have to think for him. But that is also another aspect where they want to sway the public. It's a distraction because it will always say to you, go to Muiwa, go to Muiwa. The more he says to go to Muiwa, stations are getting settled left, right, and center. And family, no 70-30, 40-50, this and that. When these guys on the black app stop talking their rubbish, this is how we're going to share the money. And everything for Mr. Joseph Aloba is about property and royalty and nothing else. The first time in the history of Nigeria that we find anything in the open that a father wants to inherit his own son's estates and royalties. If you've ever seen one before, tell me. That is Joseph Aloba's game. If he's 30%, he's happy because he did say, see your life? You see your life? The money you are chasing, you see your life. The money Mohbad was chasing, if that is what killed him, that is the money you have been making since his death. So you should be ashamed of yourself where you are. You should close that church that you set up. Your congregation should be ashamed of themselves because Olusho is an Ole. Olusho is an Ole. Olusho is an Ole. He's a thief. He's a thief. Only that this time around, Olohun Ole Kigbe because Olohun ti pai. Want to go Olohun sínú freezer. Baba ń pariṣẹ́. Mu public. You now find public. Find example. After we've castigated you for 12 months, the best you can do with your brain that is not functioning and not working with Gurexi, that thug, and Muiwa surrounding you, the only thing you guys can do is to find a member of the public to make an example of. And yet you now decided that it's African television that has started the process of a foundation to find justice for your son in the first place. Whatever it is, African TV ate your cocoa. Unless African TV can tell us if fuck your wife or your girlfriend, what is this bloody cocoa you are talking about is the fact that when Latisne did 70-30 and when all this thing goes where it went, you thought African TV was trying to cheat you. But if you think very carefully and you look at what African TV had on the table, it was Gurexi and your people that dismantled what African TV had to offer. Pablo Poppy, I beg, who is this? Is it one of Cele's people? Is it one of Cele's people? Anyway, so let's not get distracted that easily. I will drop my mic now. So that is where we are. That is where we are. I mean, the thing is, you are going to bite the fingers that feed you. Even if it's one finger that feeds you, you are now biting the fingers that feed you. No wonder when Yomi came to play, your fans shifted towards Yomi because you've collected money on GoFundMe, Wema, and Access. And we have no success. We have no trail of alignment. We have no trail of judicial process. In fact, jurisprudence is far-fetched from you, Gurexi, Muiwa, and your legal team. Petcage was the one that challenged, what's her name? Supreme Iron Lady recently. I woke up in the middle of the morning, around 5 o'clock, getting ready. And Petcage was just petting. Petcage is like a dog or a cat. It's like a pet. It's like a goldfish in a bowl. And he said, and I quote, I am the legal team. What I say goes. Any question you ask me, the answer I give you goes. Baba, nígbà tí brain yín ò ṣiṣẹ́, ṣe wá èèyàn tó kàwé. When your brain is no longer functioning and you suffered breakdown, the death of your son, why do you have to hand over the gauntlet to illiterates? Illiterates, people who cannot read or write. They say Muiwa is a treasurer or a criminal or a lecturer or whatever they call him over in America. Baba, we've listened to Muiwa. Muiwa cannot tell the difference between tea and coffee. Muiwa cannot make tea and ask you whether you want coffee or sugar in it. I rest my mic.
Good afternoon. First, let me greet Crunch Queen if she's still in the house. Crunch Queen, God bless you. I like your energy. Thank you very much, my sister, wherever you are. The IT.
We need to say thank you to ITTV first.
Wait, now they go down the lane. Maybe now they relax. I'm going down the lane. IT man, I don't first greet him. He's the PR of our time. We have to appoint him PR of the Lula election. And I want him to be assistant barrister in the court because the man can break down and really shake your heart. Hey, Lema, with the truth. So IT man, I'm going to be in court on Monday by the grace of God. The battle of the Titans or the battle of the Caucasians. So, IT man, I will need you there to come and explain the definition of cocoa and why somebody can be angry so much about cocoa and they're not angry about death of their son. So, but all in all, jokes apart, Justice team, I greet all of you, Susie, Cele, the new show where everybody is running to get the facts undiluted. I see you as the new king of talk. So keep it up, my brother. Susie, an aristocrat. I tip up my hat for all of you. Very wicked. Very wicked. Shori, to ba sure. Ma so fun pe omo mu se lo sale mi o. Ko lo sure o. Obìnrin ni o, má lọ máa yá mi tán bàbá láyé wà o, tó di yẹ. Kó lọ máa fún pressure níta. Immunization. So anyhow, I'm loving the team. TSL, my sister, I'm loving all of you guys, Amen, the lawyer. Me, I the best for you. Me, I go sue you. Amen. I go sue you the way Baba Mohbad sue me. Because you're moving very slow. I expect you to be moving with the speed of light. We already have all the evidence. We know what's up. I need to see your documents. Let's talk more action. That's for everybody. Now, something everybody has not been talking about. Let's look into the possibility of what happened that you were gifted 2 million by Davido on the night, allegedly, that you discovered that your son was killed. Under what circumstances? I heard somebody saying we have to petition Joe Bad. That should be one of the questions. We need to know the 2 million from the video. Why? Under what circumstances? What account was it paid to? When was the negotiation started? So there's a lot of investigation that we need to engage in to really uncover the truth. And I want to say to anybody out there that thinks that all stations are settled, you're lying. Your stations are not settled. We have evidence, we know things, we're hearing things every day. It's a very short time. People will start arresting people very soon. So if you think that you and your cohorts are secure, check the time wherever you are right now and record my voice. Your stations are not settled. And those who are listening know what I mean. And for all of us that are seeking justice, we need to put action to our words and give them pressure. That's the only commandment that he gave us. He gave us that commandment for any pressure, demoralization, brighten up the place, turn on the light, give them pressure. And if you sue me today, you have 100 more people to sue, because we are soldiers for justice. And Joseph Aloba must sit on that trial and tell us why he's been covering all these lies and manipulating the society, capitalizing on the empathic character of Nigerians and Africans, ripping people off, turning the death of a child into a money-making venture. So we have to really turn on the light on this game.